Hey, what is up guys, it's Rob. Hope you're doing really good out there. So just over 3 years ago, I walked into a guitar shop in my hometown and this guitar was sat on the wall. And as soon as I picked it up and had a play, I knew that I was going to end up leaving the shop with that guitar somehow. And I did. Here it is, obviously. But this guitar, brand new, is £1,200, which back then, 3 years ago, I wasn't necessarily in a position to just pay £1,200 for a guitar. So what ended up happening was I managed to get the guitar on finance, which is obviously where you pay monthly over a certain amount of time. So as of this week, all my finance on this guitar is finally paid off. So I officially, for the first time really, I officially own this guitar. I officially own my Gibson SG. So I thought I'd just make a video just recapping the last 3 years and asking myself the question, do I regret buying this Gibson SG guitar? This is one of the best purchases I've ever made in my life. So before I got that guitar, this Fender Mexican Stratocaster was my main guitar and I was totally happy with it. And I still am. I still love this guitar. It's really good. And the main thing I've noticed since sort of doing this and getting this new guitar is that I find the Gibson so much easier to play. And I take both of these guitars to gigs with me when I'm playing, and my Gibson is my main guitar and my Fender is my backup. And I don't necessarily like the difference between having a Gibson style guitar and a Fender as a backup because they sound so different and they react differently, they play differently. So recently I treated myself and I thought I would venture into the Les Paul world. This isn't a Gibson though, this is only an Epiphone, but it's an Epiphone Les Paul Modern. It was still pretty expensive. And now this is my sort of half and half main backup guitar. I don't know, I think I usually start the first set with this when I'm playing, and then I go to the Gibson SG for the second set, the more rocky stuff. So there's going to be a video about the Epiphone coming soon. I've not had a chance to make that yet, but I've had it about a week, 2 weeks, something like that. But anyway, back to this. This is my Gibson SG 2019. The one thing I have done to it, if you want to call it a modification, is the tone controls and the volume controls. They're the top hats with like the silver indentation on the top. I've added those because the ones that came with the guitar were just these black ones, and I didn't really like the fact that it was a black guitar with these black dials. There was just a lot of black going on, so that's the only change I've done to this guitar. So the thing I've noticed about this guitar really, and the thing why I'm really happy with it, is because I'm so biased saying this. I know I'm going to sound really biased, but I genuinely think it's the perfect guitar. It does any style of music I want to play. I don't really touch the tones much, but yeah, I do a lot of volume riding on this guitar. I find that super easy with this guitar. I can just dial the tone that I want just with the guitar itself, which I've never been able to do with the Fender or anything like that. So that's why I really like this guitar. I've had a lot of people tell me over the years that they're not fans of Gibson SGs. It wasn't really until I got one that I realised how Marmite they were of a guitar. That's an expression here in the UK. If you're not sure what that means, it basically just means people either love them or hate them. There's not really any in between. So, and I found, to be honest, more people tend to tell me they don't like them than they do like them, but I find that those people have never really sat down and had a good play of one. That just makes me like this guitar even more because it makes it feel a little bit more unique. I think another reason why people aren't fans of them is because apparently there's a whole thing about Gibson SGs having tuning issues. I can honestly say, with this guitar, I've never ever had tuning issues with it, so I don't really know what people are talking about. And if people have Gibson SGs that are going out of tune, that could be for many reasons. It could be they're not set up properly, they've got the wrong strings on them, you know, the saddles are sort of not set right, so the intonation's out. But locking the strings in the peg, top wrapping there, and just keeping on top of the intonation and keeping on top of the truss rod with this guitar, it's absolutely superb. I love it. Like with any brand new guitar, I'm kind of experiencing this with my new Epiphone Les Paul. Guitars, they're just like a new pair of shoes. You need to wear them in before they really feel comfortable, that sort of thing. And you know, at first I just feel like they haven't really gained any personality yet. You need to earn that, you need to play them a little bit to get them to really feel great and just settle into themselves. And I feel like now, 3 years later, this guitar has truly settled into itself. The strings sit perfectly in the nut, and it's even better now than it was when I got it 3 years ago. So that's just a little video that I wanted to make a recap of the past 3 years, and I just want to answer the question, do I regret buying this guitar? Not at all. If anybody is thinking about buying a Gibson SG guitar, go for it. Anyway, that's it for me. I just wanted to make that little video. Hope you guys are doing great out there. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope it was useful. If you've got any questions about this guitar or anything like that, drop them in the comments and I'll get back to you. If you're new to my channel and you've just stumbled across this video because you like SGs and you're searching videos about that, then subscribe. I make lots of guitar videos and things like that, and hopefully I'll see you in my next video. So take care.